All right, welcome all. Welcome to our Wake Up ESA movement as part of this Energile early bird deep dive session starts today. And today being Monday, we have been conducting this VIP Masterminds Inner Circle session, right? It's a mastermind session similar to what our um, great Napoleon Hill says in his book, right? So there's a dedicated chapter we have seen in on the past, the power of masterminds. Yeah, the power of masterminds. All of us are coming together and either going through certain topic, brainstorming together, thinking together, creating ideas together, or whatever one person goes through, or have some sort of question. How we can really how that answer can be good for others. And of course we have a monthly theme on various topics, and all are very life transforming topics. And the more and more we go deep dive, and we want to still give the time to reflect upon on that week, set the goal for the rest of the weeks, and what are the challenges few of you or all of us might be facing in certain area. Maybe for few might find maybe the manifestation challenge, I mean it's challenging, or few of you might have some sort of either in any of those topics, right? So either on the mental health, physical health, prosperity health, or legendary health, relationship health, yeah, in all these areas, and how we can really address. So we don't want to wait until the late. And also we have this one-on-one. Those who are not set that one-on-one, I'll just share my Calendly link. Once again here, it's there in our main group, and I'll also share it here. If you're not scheduled it, please schedule one. And 1 second, let me also post that link here. So I'll keep updating the link, based on my time availability. Yeah, I just post it here. 1 second, view live page. Energile, a light one-on-one discovery. Yeah, so I just posted that. Please copy, paste, and then just block your slot. Let me see if I have some slot available. If not, I'll just open the slot. But right now, just keep it just for the interest of time, and I'll just move on. But keep it, and I'll open it, a few more slots this week, and we can have it. So preferably in the morning or evening times. Yeah. So maybe it will not disturb any of our professional schedule. And also, I want that 100% attention. Means when you are into that session, I want you to be on face to face, or on a call also is fine, but because we'll do certain deep work around it. So also look for certain survey. I'll be sharing few survey questions, so that we'll be able to serve you better. Survey in terms of uh, I mean in various walks of our life, and how you wanted to respond to those questions. Yeah. All right. And then a few other thing I was talking about is we have a dedicated YouTube channel. So there are a lot of micro learning available. So those who joined prior to the recording, we were playing some of the videos. So it could be just 30 seconds, but very it will be awakening. And also there are a lot of other videos will be posted, has been posted. So there are hundreds of videos are already available. So feel free to use those. And yep, yes. So we'll get started, and please, fill in the questions. So I'll take those questions. And few other announcements would be, we conduct the weekly webinars. Yeah, and I'm also looking for your inputs. That which topic would be really helpful. So in future, the way I'm tying it is, of course, we have this as a dedicated program, just a kind of Energile early bird every morning. We'll do it. In addition to that, I'm planning to bring few additional programs also, and of course, the invitation is completely open for each of you, and you will be known first. And one of them is the kind of Ho'oponopono, which has been going on and are really good. It's bringing lots of massive difference in people's life. So and those who are not leveraged, maybe we can join the future sessions. So whenever I conduct, I'll do it. If possible, I'll also put together some calendar. And then I wanted to take some deep dive, live bootcamp kind of experiences as well. So weekly, I'm thinking about conducting on one topic. For example, if we take the relationship, we'll go deeper on that. If you go on money, financial management or financial mindset, we'll go deeper on that. Law of attraction, leadership or development, maybe handling the career or something on building your entrepreneurial dream. Could be your multiple sources of income on a different topic. So feel free to give your suggestions also. Here there is another option using the same form. You can also give the topic suggestions. So we'll do what. And also I've been doing a few challenges like 5 days challenge, 7 days challenge, and different challenges. So in addition to this, you can also take those. And I'm planning to come up with one thing. Either it would be in the morning. I'll keep you posted how it is, because I had to look at multi time zones since our folks are into different time zones. I need to just look into it. Either it will be in the morning or night. Okay, just post your preference here. Yeah, you are looking for a morning session or a night session. It'll be a 15 minutes power packed, and I'll just go do certain activity together. So whatever we need to really stay consistent on a few things. Yeah, it's a kind of, there's a difference between the word ritual and routine. Yeah, so routine is something, even every day we brush, that's a routine. Yeah, every day we take bath is a routine. Of course, even that also can be a ritual in a way that how mindfully we do it, how powerfully we do it. But the ritual is something where we want to make that subconscious level of transformation. So we wanted to bring some sort of magical sessions in future. So just type if you want in the morning times. We'll make a decision, right? It could be maybe 6 to 6:15. Like maybe we can wrap up the sessions by 6, and 6 to 6:15 we'll have every day or something like that. I'm thinking about it, but looking at all other time zone also, maybe 7 o'clock or in the night time. Yeah, depends on the vote. We'll make a decision. So maybe night ritual. If it is a night, maybe sometime definitely before 10 p.m. Eastern time, because we want all of the early birds, means even to be early for the bed also. Yeah, so that thing. So there'll be a daily, as I said, there are some YouTube channel videos. Please leverage it. There are multiple videos. Then there are daily sessions. So please make a point that you're attending it. Then the weekly sessions, and then in addition to that, we are planning to bring certain thing like a weekly webinar would be there. And leverage this silent Sunday. How many of you are using that silent hour? Either we used to have the Zoom accountability, but we just made it as a self. You can just do it on your own. But I highly recommend getting that kind of silent hour. When I say silent hour, no phone, yeah, and no other device. Sometimes no journaling also. I mean, if you really want to do that kind of the typical silence, but to start with, it's okay. You want to start with journaling is fine, because you unjournal. But the silence is even more deeper. Yeah, so maybe I'll get you guys some experience, at least once in 2 months, 3 months. Maybe I'll take you that kind of experience. In the past, we did it for multi hours also. So you can just pick and choose. It could be even your birthday. Type just the day, each of your day. What is your day of your birthday? Like a 6, 7, 31, 20, whatever. So just treat that day as a special day for you. Yeah. and that's a day of you. Yeah, it's Sudhir's day, it's Vinila's day, Balaji day, Karthik day, Vijay Kumar's day. So, yeah, Purva's day, Ashok day, and then just go on at least an hour of silence. Yeah, and every day, see that if you can really practice 15-20 minutes or so. And those who find it challenging, let me know, or in our one-on-one, we'll just cover in detail. Yeah. Okay. And the Saturday sessions also you can leverage in a way that the listening rituals. So I'm giving that. So how many of you listen to this week's listening ritual, Love One Hate by Osho? Any of you had a chance? I saw a note from Sudha, heard it from our group. And so you can just listen to it and then go for a walk. You can do all, but that also would be helpful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's about a little bit of announcements. And one other announcement is we are completing our 2000th session for our other. So we started sometime in the COVID times, and then started helping, healing, coaching, teaching, training. People. It's for the global students, and of course there are a lot of US-based students also there in it, and we're doing a lot of free value. So it's approaching the 2000 the session, the 2000th milestone, sometime next week. So I'll keep you all posted. Of course, that will be in Tamil. Most of the sessions, since people majority are speaking Tamil, but I'll still see that if you can have a special segment for our group, you can just come and present together, or you can just come share your experience, whatever, or you can just present some unique talent, like Manu can present his music or something like that. I'll think about it. So it's for multiple groups. So whatever in the Google form you see, there are multiple challenges, multiple things. So there are many such challenges people have gone through, like a level 1 coaching, level 2 coaching, level 3 coaching, 30 days miracle morning habits, law of attraction manifestation, get fit step up challenge, and various things. Yeah, law of attraction, women and entrepreneurs, unstoppable business breakthrough bootcamp. And these are some of those programs. I not listed everything, but yep, that's it. So I'll look into the questions. Yeah. Give me a few seconds. I'm also planning to bring one more high intensive action takers, for the action takers who want to really be very sincere, want to go deeper, have a very strong, solid plan. So I'll let you all know that, what and how we can do it, whether you can. I mean, there is certain, pre-qualification also you wanted to set up, so that that a basic thing, they have to do it every day. So with that kind of, commitment, and it's going to take us into a much a different level. So I'll let you know when we do it. Okay. All right. So let me open this sheet. Let me look for any questions have been asked. Beautiful. There are 3 questions. I'll quickly go through those questions. All right. All are anonymous questions. Okay. fine. Okay. So what are the practical ways to bring humor during stressful and anxious moments? Okay, cool. Beautiful. How many of you are part of our laughter therapy, laughter yoga sessions in the past during our initial 40 days challenge? We're doing it. Laughter yoga is one such a powerful thing, friends. Okay. Sometimes, let me say one thing. To be happy, you can be unconditional. Means you don't need, I'll first talk about it, and then we'll just definitely, I'll share certain things. To be happy, it is our choice. It's not just circumstance. How many of you agree? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah. You can be happy. Just it's a state of being. That's it. State of being. We are always, blissful. In fact, the soul is always blissful, always happier, always. But only that there will be certain clouds which will just come and give, make a drama that as if life is not really happier, as if life is not really. And you remember that basic fives? How many of you remember the basic five? Which we always need to keep reminding ourselves. All are loving, lovable. Yeah. First of all, three things I'll say. Three things we wanted to really, really keep reminding. Not talking about 3R. We'll come back to 3R. And three things like we are each of us are 100% loving and lovable. Okay, I'm also posting here. And then we are all 100% intelligent. Means the supreme 100% intelligence and 100% zestful. The zestful also means having the zest, which is like you're curious, you're fun-filled, you are able to look at things in a total fresh new perspective. You'll always be jumping out of joy. Even this jumping out of joy is right. This feel also we can, because it's all about how we feed our mind, right? Because the mind is like what to say, the projector. And in that projector, whatever you show, whatever the film you show, you remember those old, how many of you played that game? Whereas we used to have that few old film and then, put it um, in the whole of your house or a lock or somewhere, and then, project it inside like a bigger screen. I used to play that game during my childhood. We used to collect those films and then make movie running. Yeah, we used to. Yeah, any of you have played that game? Just give me one thumbs up. The same way, our mind is like a projector. Whatever you just pay attention to, whatever you bring that kind of an awareness to, that will be projected into a bigger way. For example, if it is a joy, it will just be really joyful. If it is a sadness, it will really bring the kind of sadness, and it will just magnify. Mind is a magnifier. Yeah, type magnifier. And whatever you wanted to magnify, you can just really do it. Whatever you wanted to even shrink it. For example, any of you are going through some pattern, like a old childhood pattern, whereas you get panic. Any of you are here or panic? Like a panic attack, or sometimes you just go, anybody can just push your button. Basically, it'll just shut off your emotions completely. It'll be completely out. Any of you are here like that? Yeah. And there are a number of ways you can completely get out of it. Maybe during our one-on-one sessions or in our group live sessions, we'll do it. Yeah, and there are magically you can come out of it. Doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter really what happens. Then you can really get out of it. And there are certain things. So it doesn't matter how old the darkness is. Like Osho says, doesn't matter. But just one light, yeah, one lamp, the way, and then it'll just let all those darkness to run away. Yeah. It doesn't matter how old, even 100 years old, the darkness is fine. Yeah. And the same way, so the being joyful is our state of being. And it's not even state of feeling, it's not even state of focusing, it's a state of being. Being joyful is a state of being. Yeah. And we can always be in that. And we wanted to really shift that thing. So the stress comes only out of maybe I'll give one of the templates of stress. Yes, you expect something, but it's not happening. Yeah, you're looking for some particular outcome, but that outcome is not happening. Either it doesn't happen in that moment, or it doesn't happen for quite some time. One thing why it is happening? It happens due to the patterns. So there's a pattern, and we have seen in the past about thought, feeling, loop. How many of you remember the end of loop? Yeah, your thought can bring some feeling. That feeling brings some thought. So there is a pattern of your feelings. So if at all you are getting through something, like it's a kind of, it's completely through the pattern. And then the pattern is nothing but your way of habit. Yeah. And for example, if you are into that particular feeling of depression all the time, or most of the time, or any time, that means the pattern is nothing but, for example, the thought pattern, right? Thought is temporary. Note it down. This is really a very good um, news. That thought is temporary. Very good. The belief is permanent. But if your belief is so limited, you have a very limited belief, you are having the belief of maybe, getting the fear on certain thing, or belief in believing that, oh my God, I need to be careful with the people, or belief in terms of anything which is kind of, limiting you not to be in the state of your abundance, right? That belief is a permanent. One good news is that permanent belief pattern can be changed. Yeah, belief also comes with the pattern, and then the pattern is a habit. And the habit of your feeling, habit of your thought, habit of your behavior, just gets into that loop. So we don't want to have that kind of. We want to always build a healthy pattern, the healthy thoughts, healthy feeling. That's what the emotion chart, we say that, right? So how we can really just raise your level to the next. So one easy way is bringing that kind of physical happiness, making your body to move, right? Taking the deep breathing work, or kind of meditation. All those will definitely help, or getting you totally out of the house, and then just go around and come, just talk to your friends, people, and whatever really gives you the happiness. Sometimes even just play. How many of you have your favorite songs? Just type few of the songs, let me hear. Yeah, that song will just make you to dance like anything. It can be even 30 seconds, 1 minute, that's fine. Yeah, just 1 minute or 30 seconds of that song, you can even play, just jump out of joy, or just dance with that, and then just bring the kind of physical energy. That physical energy will just be transformed into our emotional energy, and that emotional energy we can definitely shift into a total different thing. Yeah. So we want to be aware about the pattern. So there are a couple of patterns I want you to just focus or think through, right? So thought pattern. Yeah. So how is your thought pattern? How is your belief pattern? Means what is that one thing? Since beginning, it is just staying with you. Like I said, thought is a temporary, but it will come, go, and there will be up, there will be down times, and all those, right? And the thought also contributing to the feeling. That's a thought feeling loop. So you need to be, yeah, in the same way, feeling pattern. For example, in this feeling pattern, if you feel like you want to be really happy, want to be joyful, you want to just get, it's all in the kind of you can really recharge your energy, right? So sometimes taking a kind of a deep dive, I'll just teach you, train you, or coach you on certain things. So there are ways that you can really remove the energy block in your body. Yeah. So there are certain things, there are certain chakras that are working in one particular way. So you need to be aware that is certain emotion depends on your emotion. I can tell you which chakra has the challenge. Okay, and you need to really get yourself cleansed so that you'll be out of it. But for now, don't think too much about it. Sometime even jumping for 20 times. Yeah. And even your upper body also is fine. At least even while you are working, you cannot move anywhere, but you need to attend the meeting. Just put it on mute, put it on a kind of a video off in those official meetings. Just do a kind of push up, up down. That also brings you that kind of physical energy. Or just jump, really jump, and make that 20 jumping jockey kind of thing. All right. So that thing. So, okay, long story short, I'll just go to that specific question. So one is about how you keep up your energy spirit. That energy spirit doesn't matter. It's not that, during stressful, anxious moments, let me say that that's also pattern, because you feel stress because you're just waiting for the stress. Yeah, how many of you want to just let go the stress anytime? Of course, there will be a lows ups on our feelings, on our emotions, on our beliefs. Um, I mean, if your belief system is super stronger, it will not allow. It will not allow those low thought, low vibration thought, low vibration emotion. Definitely, yeah. That's why I want all of you to get racing into this level of abundance. Yeah. That abundance is nothing but I am enough. I am enough means it's not that you might feel that, hey, no, I still need to improve. Yeah, you need to improve. That improving is ever evolving, right? That evolving is a different thing. But you're already enough. You're always enough. That you already came as enough. But what happened is the kind of external situations or your own internal thoughts sometimes gives you a feel that you're not enough. Getting the point, right? And that you're already enough, but you have been layered into something else. Just find out those layers, find out those clouds, find out those illusions, find out those the things which doesn't exist, but you created, you self-created. Yeah, the snake, for example. Not all snakes are poisonous, we know that. Or the snakes are the way we look at maybe the kind of programming whatever we had in the past. So many things are there behind it. So I'm not getting deeper for that, but basically it's about how you have been perceiving that. So is there any past inner hurt or inner child you need to heal, right? So many of those are past. So you need to really look back and then see that. Of course, we want to protect ourselves. There's a too simple formula, right? We say that. So one is about protecting. It happens for everything, like even for emotion, even for your relationship, even for your wealth, like mind, like a mental health, physical health, relationship health, prosperity health, and legendary health. So for all those, first is the protection. Yeah, open the shield. Yeah, open the shield and be in the safe zone first. Yeah, and then the safety is different from comfort, but comfort zone is not a safety zone. Let me say that, right? So of course you might feel safe in the comfort, but that the safety, what I mean is, if there is a growth opportunity, but if you're not really playing that growth opportunity, you're not really leveraging it, then that's not the place to be in. That's what I meant to say. So comfort zone is a stuck zone. Comfort zone is a dangerous zone. Comfort zone is a never moving zone, no growth zone. So we need to be watchful about it. Then we want to shift the gear. Yeah. So the second one is the growth, evolving, ever evolving. You can also type as a ever evolving. When ever evolving in the sense till our last breath also we are work in progress. Others are work in progress. Things are work in progress. Your business is work in progress. Job is work in progress. Your relationship is work in progress. So once we have that thing, that work in progress should be it's a progress means what? It is always moving into the next level. It's not coming back. That is not called progress. What I mean is it'll always evolve. It is a plus. Yeah, progress plus, I can say. If it is not really getting ahead, it is not letting you to move onward, upward, forward, then there's something we need to really work on ourselves internally. Yeah, then you need to really seek that kind of professional help or coaching support. Yeah, so we can discuss more in detail. Okay, so what are the practical ways to bring humor? One is a kind of the laughter, whereas you can even practice. That's a beautiful Tirukkural which says laugh away your troubles. Yeah, இடக்கண் வருங்கால் நகுக அதனை அடுத்துருவதகுதொப்பதில். There's no other way to overcome it. So laughing away is literally, there is a power, there's a magic in even talking louder. For example, when you practice your affirmation, you talk it louder, you really feel. So I'm just giving a simple example right now. Okay, everybody raise hand, please. Both of you just make, each of you please make the victory pose, right? All of you are listening, just give me one thumbs up. maybe we'll wrap it up in maybe next 5 minutes or so. Yeah, so Q&A. Hope and those who miss, no worries. Please leave. You can listen to the replay later. Yeah, those who put the question, feel free to stay. Yeah, everybody just put the victorious pose. Victorious pose in the sense of raising both hands upwards. Yeah, upwards, looking at the sky. Yeah, and then shift your face up. Yeah, lift your face up, chin up, and then smile. Say, I am stressed. You cannot say that. Even if you say it, you cannot feel it. How many of you agree? Yeah. In the same way, you can do one more activity. Just look, keep both the shoulders so down. Yes. So your face is so looking down. You feel so tired in the entire body. And then say, I am excited. You cannot feel so. Means, how many of you did that exercise? High. There's a magic in terms of your posture, my dear friends. That's why we say in our Energile coaching, right? Sit tall, stand tall, walk tall, think tall, feel tall. Yeah. And that standing tall is very, very important, the way you're thing. So again, that means, bringing that kind of very energy feel into you is very, very important in any case. The joy or the humor or laughter, that's where I'm coming. But humor has a different thing. Humor has such an, you want to, anything conventional, you want to break that convention. Yeah. You can create jokes around that. Yeah. Hope you are getting it. How many of you are getting it? Give me a thumbs up. Like how we can really be funny, freaky, how we can really be playful. So at times, like, with my kids, I'll become a kid. Yeah, wherever you are, you just become. And many times, how we can really bring the humor is when you bring the kid in yourself, when you awaken the inner child inside you, means inner, mischievous, happier, and all your intention is just set that kind of happy. Yeah, you want to just have some, you want to bring some joy. So you're not going to leave that place unless you bring some smile in people's face, or some sort of laughter or something. Yeah, just it's a kind of practice, but maybe due to time I'll just skip it. How many of you are getting it? At least some tips. Just give me a thumbs up. Not that only few people are really joyful, jovial, not everybody else. Not that way. Yeah, it's all kind of old programming. Means people, it's their belief pattern. But you can always be, you can just check with my friends that how mischievous I am, and how I mean, at least I may not be showing up with everybody, but like I with my kids, so for my at my home or somewhere, I'll be completely different. And we can always bring that joy and humor. So humor also you can find in terms of timeliness. Humor you can bring it in terms of the situation, whereas it is completely totally opposite thing. And invoking the child in you, invoking the childliness in others. Yeah. And bringing the innocence. Yeah, so innocence, and let that humor not hurt others. So it should be a win-win. Means not like yeah, I just make fun at like some movies will say, right? They put others down and then they laugh. It's not going to be the real humor. So just be watchful about really putting others down. Are you really hitting others? Maybe their way of physical nature, or their thought nature, or whatever, right? But just find out that whether the other person also is enjoying the process. If not, then it's not a humor. It's yeah. Hope that input was helpful a little bit. Okay, the next question: how to love or accept someone who is not good to you and who is your family member? Beautiful question. Okay, cool. Yeah. So anything other than you, we can say that. Yeah, it's not just for family member, even outside at your work or at your social structure, anywhere. Yeah, we'll cover that. Let me also look into the other question. ERO, how to take full control of your reactions. Yeah, and always make it to respond. Thought audit. Thought audit isn't started. Okay. Okay, that means it needs more inner work. Okay, we'll talk about that next topic, but this one, okay. How to love or accept someone who is not good to you or who is your family members. Okay, there are only two kind of thing happens, right? I think in the past sessions we have done it that people come to you temporarily. Similar to the thoughts are temporary, people also are temporary. How many of you agree? Yeah, give me one thumbs up. People are temporary, first and foremost. Yeah, and temporary in the sense maybe they'll be there for few years or few times. Even in a social structure, maybe for maybe depends on your own choice of how. But when it comes to family, also, I mean, I'm not really making you to feel more emotional on things. Like everything is temporary. Every own is temporary. Every life is temporary. And within that, everybody has the good intentions. Everybody has their patterns. We want to be watchful that how the most important thing. Let me talk about the psychology, right? You attract based on your vibes. If your vibe means you cannot let others to disturb you without your permission. Yep. People can make you physically damaged. For example, they can just throw a stone at you, or they just give some physical hurt or whatever. But the mental hurt cannot happen without your permission. How many of you agree it's a bulb on type ego? Yeah. Means the mental hurt or mental upset or mental thing, that means you might be so thoughtful about your own thought patterns, feeling patterns, and your emotion pattern. Yeah. So I need to find out that what is really going on. It's a deep work. Maybe if you understand just at a surface level, it may not help. Yeah, because it's a deep work. But again, like happiness is a state of being. The same way, it's not just a happiness. It's not just a feeling. It's a being. Yeah, both are two different things. And the being in the state, the same way, love also is a state of being. And love, we want to bring that kind of unconditional aspect there. Doesn't matter what I am loving, I am lovable. Doesn't matter that what others are looking at me. I am still loving and lovable for myself. Yeah. And others are not going to, maybe people judge. That's what judge doesn't mean need thinking. People blame at you, people complain at you, people backstab at you. People are coming different, because everybody are opinion based people. Yeah. And they throw the opinion, they have perception for everything. And there's a difference between your fact and the perception. There's a fact and the feeling, and the fact and the all other one-way communication tracks. Yeah, those one-way communication tracks, one way of cracks, I would say, because it will create some crack. Because I used to say here, right? So I want you to sincerely consider the 5 no's which I posted earlier, and just training yourself that no complaint. Yeah, not complaining about yourself, not complaining others. Just try that one simple thing. We all complain. Let me say that. How many of you agree? We all complain, one or other way. And that's a kind of thought pattern. It's a feeling pattern. Because complaining is a one-way traffic, because it's not like two-way traffic. It is just one way. Assumption, one-way traffic. Blame, one-way traffic. Guilt, one-way traffic. And many times it will just get you into a emotional trauma. All right. And what happens is, how we can really be is increasing more and more self-love. Doesn't matter what others think about you. Doesn't matter what others love you or not. Are you loving you enough? Are you really accepting you enough? Are you really And also having that mindset with am I really growing enough? Am I really learning that? So two kind of thing, right? I was about to say that people come to you as a blessings or and okay learnings. Either the universe put you that person into your life so that you become more stronger, that you learn something. Either sometimes if it happens on a consistent basis, for example at the family, that means they are here to do some surgery on your emotion or to make you even super stronger on certain things. Yeah. And means there are certain thing, there are always certain thing that you can take the responsibility. Type 100. Yeah, 100. Yeah, don't just reply to me, just put it in everyone so that others also can see. I see a few of the messages just to me. Okay. When you say 100%, when you take the 100% responsibility in relationship, especially, yeah, then many things, would be corrected. So when I say 100% responsibility, just start with that, at least with this simple sentence. I am 100% responsible for the way I feel. I'm not saying that the way others make you to feel. No. Let others try any kind of thing, whatever in your life. Yeah. But you are responsible 100% for your life for the way you feel. Yeah. You think, you act. So there are frequency at every level, right? There's a thought frequency, there's a feeling frequency, there is a pattern. For every pattern, there is a frequency. If you fall into others lower frequency, because sometimes as I see, the sickness happens in people, believe my words. Okay. That's also a kind of similar to the physical sickness. There's also mental sickness. And the people who are in hurt feeling, they hurt you too. Yeah. And the hurt, again, let me say that there are two ways to see it. One is about how you see it inside, how you are really opening the shield and then stopping you not being affected by that. So that's a to answer the third question also up to certain level, right? You react because of the reaction, that outcome also is impacting. So you want to change the way you react, rather respond, because many times reaction is not helping us, because reaction is you are being in a thermometer mindset, you are not a thermostat mindset. The thermostat is where you set your own temperature, doesn't matter what you are. That the basic fives I wanted to just talk about, right? Love, uh, peace, all of us deserve the peace. Yeah. Strength. If any of these are affected, then you're affected. Yeah, love, peace, strength, constructive thoughts, and state of bliss or happiness. Yeah, in the other way, I'll say like anbu, like the love, like preeti, right? The peace, amaiti, which is a kind of the peace. Strength is atral, always feel stronger. Yeah, not just physically, mentally also. In fact, mental strength brings the physical strength too. ஆக்கப்பூர்வமான சிந்தனைகள், which is nothing but the constructive thoughts, always looking at what is the possibilities, what is the next thing, what I can do, right? In a constructive next thing, right? And with the action. And then anandam is the kind of bliss. Yeah, if anything which is kind of affecting you, that means you are not putting the shield around you. Yeah. And many times, believe my words, your own thoughts would be the first reason for that. Your own thought pattern, your own feeling pattern would be the one which is affecting you more. So how to love or accept someone, it's not always about someone, it's about you. Are you accepting yourself? Ask the question to yourself. Are you loving yourself? In fact, you should love you as the best person in the entire world. because you see through your windows of perceptions, your window of opinions, your window of facts, whatever the little you know, whatever more you know. Get the point, right? High five. That's why when it comes to relationship, we'll cover in more in detail. Any relationship, keep it as a one-on-one. Any relationship, I'll say. Okay. Maybe with the family is a little different. Yeah. Maybe you want to have that kind of thing. But anywhere other than family members, keep that relationship as a one-on-one. How many of you it's a bulb on? Means one-on-one in the sense there'll always be the third person who will talk against you or about you, then or different ways, because everybody reflect their windows of a mirror and they reflect on themselves. Yeah. When I say they reflect on themselves, their own emotion, their own past hurt, their own patterns, their own, all those will just show up. You need to be really, really watchful. And their way of looking at others, you don't be influenced by that. High five. You need to, that's why even in Energile coaching, I say that, here, this is the kind of, conceptualized, it's been brought up and this has been created by myself, means like, I am here, as a coach, just here to help you, coach you, to take you into the next level. If you're, getting into that, other kind of, side conversation or side things, what happens is then you'll be wasting your time or your energy, right? And here, for example, we have that kind of anonymous thing, can give the kind of feedback, feed forward, or whatever you can do. The same way, even whenever any relationship, might get into some sort of shake because of the third person's intervention. How many of you agree? Many times, just be watchful about that. Is there a third person? Is there a way I can handle all by myself? In that, one has to see as a blessing and a learning, and be ready even to those blessed people around you. For example, from wife, husband, kids, the father, mother, they are the blessing. And at the same time, we can learn from them because they are the mirror of the love. They will just show you who you are. And many times you will know by looking at them as a mirror, you will know who you are. More importantly, we all need to really, self-reflect on ourselves, cleanse ourselves, and self-charge ourselves. Many times others may, lift you, but more important person who can lift you is you yourself. Yeah, that's the awakening the new you. Whatever I say, it's very, very important. Yeah, how many of you think it is useful? Yeah, thank that person who anonymously put that. And also, I'll talk about a few more things, but we'll talk as part of our relations mostly in detail. We'll go about how to deal with the you and you as one thing, you and your loving ones, people whom you are on a day-to-day basis, and you and the divine, right? Three things: you and you and others, you and the divine. Yeah, the source. These three are the relationship. That's it. And especially in the other relationship affects the way you look at you. When you change the way you look at you, the things will change automatically. High five. Yeah, hope that's helpful. All right. It doesn't matter how challenging even your own family members are, or your own people around you are. Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's a relationship. The deeper, stronger relationship. You can really see that because it's a very three deep relationship, friends. What I said is because it depends on the relationship between you and you. It will affect, it will reflect in you and others. Can be anybody. Can be friends, colleagues, or in a social structure, whomever you come across in your life. Yeah, be watchful. At least you don't be the one who talks something. Like I said, those five things, right? No blame, no assumption, no complaining, no. What are the other things? Yeah, just posted in our group. Just go look into it. Yeah, so we want to be just cleanse ourselves. You'll see huge difference. Believe my words, right? So that's a huge transformation you can start seeing. Okay, and in that case, even it will not affect you. Even if you look at, even if you hear some sort of complaint from others, you want to look at the fact. Yeah, and it has to be a fact driven. It should be a very specific, rather there is one thing which is also spoiling people. It's a overgeneralization. Yeah, overgeneralization. Anywhere it's a kind of overgeneralization because we are not general. We all are similar, but not the same. People are similar, but not the same, believe. And if you really look at the same person looking at their window of another person, then it disturbs you, your relationship between you and that person. How many of you agree? There are many relationship challenges because of this generalization, because of that the self influences or the perceptions or the opinions about others, or others' opinion and perception about you. How much they know you? No one in the entire world can know other than these two relationships, right? You and the divine. Maybe the divine will know you, who you are, because the nature was created, who launched you as a rocket here, as a very special person. And even if you don't know, just surrender to the universe. The universe will just teach you, hey, I don't know, I am helpless. It's like a kid surrendering to the mom or dad. Just surrender and he will help you. And for that, the divineness, the most important thing is, it might look like a philosophical, but the spiritual, let me put it, there is a divine is inside you. But you need to allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to get out of the cloud, allow yourself to get away from all of the clutters. The clutters, what you created among you, or what others are created for you. Yeah, be watchful about that. That you and others are affecting because of you and you is not super stronger, or you and divine, that relationship is not super stronger. High five. Yeah. Thank the person who asked that question. Yeah. To bring out this. Hope these insights are useful. If not, also feel free to just ask. Okay, so the last question, yeah, how to take full control of your reactions? Yep, 3 things, my dear friends, 3 things. React or respond. Okay, we'll first talk about that. Resist, your own inner resistance or outer resistance. How are you handling it? It's all about handling. Every leader becomes special the way they handle life, the way they handle things. Yeah, how are you handling the reaction or response? Okay, and depends on that, you would take a different path. That's it. The more and more you respond, you take charge, you claim that situation, you play in your Q code or a K code, like a king code or a queen code, and you play like a queen or a king, and then how you take charge of it. You're not really bypassed by others thing. The reaction happens because in a thermometer state, whatever the external temperature, you will also be playing in that. Whereas when you are in a thermostat mindset, you set your own standards, type standards. I want you to be in that high-end 100% energy standards. Means that standard, you want to set the standard that this is what is my high level. No one can shake that standard than that. Yeah, people may play the kind of dumping game or a blaming game or all the game, but you want to be a victim for it, or you want to be victorious. If you are a victorious, you will not choose the reaction path. Or if you're not strong enough, if you're not loving enough, if you're not really finding the peace enough, or strength enough, or constructive thoughts enough, or a bliss enough, that means you'll be affected. That's why these basic 5s are very important. Yeah, I'll see if I can come up with some nice acronym for that. And if you really impact any of these, that means your self-love is not really worth it. You need to really invest more time for yourself, more self-reflections, or find out, reach out to professionals like me or anybody who can really help you on that. Yeah, and you need to really work on it. Maybe we'll work on it in our one-on-one sessions. Yeah, it's so very important, friends. The sooner we get out of that, it's the freedom. Yeah, you want to really get the freedom. If you're in the reaction path, it means like you're not, we are not really being the freedom, and somebody else, the string is tagged with somebody else. Of course, the wing is yours, but the wing has the thread, and somebody else is acting. You all have seen this Bomalatam, how to say it in Prema in other language. Like in India, there is one old, the traditional performance, whereas it's a toy, and the toy is split into multiple parts. Balaji can, or maybe one of you can help me, or another which I knows. Vanilla, you are getting it, what I am saying. And then, like the head, there's a head part, there's a hands part, there's a leg part, even finger and the finger part also. It's like AI, it's just, bringing, like, assume that, like, you're creating a human, and you operate how each and every parts need to move. Yeah, like in that Bommalatam is a particular performance where it's a moving toys with each and every part will be on its own. Okay, and the one who controls the string for each and everything, that way the toy will either dance or act or talk or whatever. You get the point, right? High five. Yeah. How many of you are getting it? Just give me a thumbs up. How many of you are listening? Give me a thumbs up. Are getting it, right? So the wings might be yours, but the string is someone else is operating that. High five. So the reaction, that means you react because either you have your own inner string which is just pulling you down, or you let someone else, puppet. Thanks, Balaji. High five. I was looking for this word. Yeah. So that, like the puppet. Yeah. And if somebody else is operating you, that means you are not really strong enough. High five. You need to find out, how we can claim the power, how we can really get back into the zone. You remember the zone, type of zone. Yeah, I want all of us to be in your own zone. But the zone is a continuous evolving, continuously vibrant, continuously getting you into moving upward, onward, forward. If not, maybe you are in somebody else's zone. High five. Yeah. So we want to be that. And how we can really take charge? Just take charge. That means you claim that power. You're already powerful. That means don't let your Q code, K code lost. If you really keep, and just think that, okay, even I'll just give, okay, even if it is not there is two value system, right? So there's one as a self-value system. Okay, means you're creating a value for yourself, and that value will drive you. For example, what is important for me? Family value. Okay. What is the value for family? Love, loving and lovable, tolerance, acceptance, patience. All those are the values for the family. Okay. These are the right values. Even if your own value system doesn't work, have the borrowed value. Yeah. And I say the borrowed value, at least, we are giving something, right? Like a love, peace, strength. These are not like, you will not find it in any book, friends. Okay. These are my own experiential wisdom I'm just sharing here. So the borrowed value is nothing but, even though you don't believe in yourself, there is someone who is believing in you. Your mom is believing in you. How many of you remember? Just give me one thumbs up. Your wife is believing in you. Your husband is believing in you. Your kids are believing in you. Your boss is believing in you. Your coach is believing in you. I believe in you. High five. Borrow that belief. Even though you may lack at your own self-belief, borrow that belief. Even though you may not need that money, but your family needs that money. You may not need the job, but your family needs that job. You get the point, right? High five. So you need to really, at least, if not that kind of self-value, just really lifting your tall, borrow that. So that take charge and claim that. So sometimes, even if your kingdom or queendom is not really handling that enough, follow your queen, follow your king in your life. Get the point, right? Yes. Vijay, Sudhir, Vanilla, Vindhya, Prema, you're getting it. Karthik, another, right? Yeah. Sometimes you may not be able to, but your husband maybe, or the someone who can carry you. That's what I mean. Who really knows you, your power. Then follow that, right? So you can start responding that way. Sometimes even the silence is the response. Sometimes even being showing up is the response. Not giving up is a response. Continue learning is a response. Seeing as a blessing is a response. Looking at things in a gratitude is a response. Yep. And a multi-X value giving back is a response. Yeah. All right, super. And then, okay, thought audit is not helping much. Means maybe I need to look at, I don't know, because since it's anonymous, I can find out who, but just ping me separately. I'll tell you, teach you in a right way how to do it. Maybe you're not doing in the right way. So all about, it's not about the tool. It's about the usage of the tool. How many of you remember? Just give me one thumbs up. It's not about the tool. It's about how we use the tool matters. Yeah. Just ping me separately, or I can just guide you on that. All right. Yep. I think Vijay has a hand raised. Vijay, you want to say something or something? With that, we'll conclude for today. Had an extended session. How many of you see it powerful? Yeah. Same
No,
time
no,
session.
I was just
Yeah,
trying to
Vijay.
do a hi-fi. Nothing. I didn't
Oh,
realize
hi
it.
fi. Okay, hi fi. Awesome.
Oh.
All right. Take care. Yep.
Mahendiran, you'll be able
Sometimes
to
we'll
set
have this
up.
extended session, but others always you can leave on time, but you can always catch up with the recording. But sometimes these sort of sessions will happen. Try to grab as much as you can. Yes, Vindhya, go ahead.
um, you'll be able to share the recording, right? It's an awesome session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Super, friends. With that note, we'll conclude. Hope you all found it useful. Yeah. Until see you again. Chin up, cheer up, keep shining, keep playing at your zone. Yeah. Claim your zone, kingdom zone, queendom zone, and never let others to steal away your zone. Never play your life from others' perspective. Live from your own perspective. Yeah. And when it comes to the relationship, handle as a one-on-one. This is just my tip. Okay. Yeah, just try it. If it works out, I'm sure it'll work because it is helping many hundreds of students. Okay. And because you have that kind of borrowed reaction, and don't look at life from somebody else view, look at from your own view, but continue working on cleansing your view, right? And having a kind of lens, especially the mind is super powerful, and leverage the best of the mind, not the worst of the mind, because the worst of the mind will just get you into reaction mode, or in a complaint mode, a blame mode, a self-guilt mode, or fear mode, or worry mode, or limiting mode. Yeah. And if you want to be a kind of unlimited, abundant, just two things. Yeah, with that I will conclude for sure. Yeah. One is, be in that higher vibration, even if you cannot be with the person with the higher vibration, high five, yeah, and high thoughts and things. So that's why this the whole reason why I brought this weekly inner circle is that, so sometimes in our regular sessions, regular things, now of course we go, but here we want to look at things that what people are going through. If people have posed these questions, it's a challenge what they go through. Yeah. And we want to create that kind of environment where it's a cross learning platform. Others also learn from others' questions. Yeah. Can we all pay the gratitude for the person who asked the question? Just type G. Yeah. Yeah. That's how universe will help us. All right, friends. Until see you again. Chin up, cheer up.